God damn, it's hot. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate. Time for a new review. Time to get things back into some old speed. Just a small update, not too big. Fundraiser is over. On Facebook, that is. If you still want to leave something, hit me up. Down below is all the details you need. We can do PayPal or whatever. Did that a few times. Worked just fine. Otherwise, thanks to everybody involved. Again, let's just say this topic is over now, okay? The hurt is kind of gone. Now we can progress, we can grow from that. Pain for my mom is over, so I just want to concentrate on the good things. And with this, I just want to again reiterate how damn hot it is. Like, I went riding my bike yesterday and I thought I could do it. My usual way to work. Wanted to check the bike store, brick and mortar we got here for, you know, some attachment for the bike to get my smartphone in, and also a new bike bell. I needed that, so yeah. Piece of plastic to hold the smartphone, 30 bucks. What? Also what? Bonus cat hair at the start. Anyway, let's get into this guy. Iron-Factory's IFX15 Soul Reaper, one of my 3 gifts I got from Sven Lieberts. Thanks again, dude. I have a lot of fun with this guy. He's cool. Transformations super easy. Materials, as always, excellent on Iron-Factory. Little short on the accessories, but we'll get to that. But otherwise, great figure. But you see, or you feel that it's kind of the old scale. I believe it's kind of the old scale, so I forgot to get that one back in here. We got a little bit of a folding piece that closes down some gaps. That's nice. And he's cool. He's cool. Let's get on it. So yeah, that's him. That's all you get, but you already heard. Before we do anything else. Packaging real quick. I like this more than the new packaging they have with mostly black. Like we have jet mode here, Botmode here, grid in the back with some fog effects, and we have like black into gunmetal, and we got some silver with brushed here, red into gray or black here. I like that. This doesn't quite hold or pack in. Meh. Iron-Factory, IFX Soul Reaper and everything on the sides, on the front, everywhere, on the top, Soul Reaper, below we got the, oh, even in German, okay, that's interesting. The warning messages, and on the back like this little bit of a crucified style with Weibo and whatever that is as a QR code, so yeah, good enough. Inside clamshell. The one thing they didn't change up was the instructions, or is the instructions, because they didn't change it up. Everything kind of purple, pinkish into darker purple with all the steps highlighted in light purple. Works well. I mean, it's only small. I would have loved a little booklet actually still, but this works. The instructions work. They give you everything you need. What more you want? And as a last, he comes with 2 rifles. We got great sculpt work there, works fine or enough. Black main plastic with gunmetal paint applications and red translucent tips on the weapons. They are not to be pulled out or anything. It looks like that this could be a slider, but it's not. So you get 2, and you either plug him in his hands, which is a little bit rough. You need to really push him in until it packs into place, and then it's 100% sturdy. Or you can also, if you want to have him plain, plug it into his backpack, both that is, and then you have them kind of out of the way, and even the backpack gets a little bit more closed off. So also cool. Same holds where I attached the weapons to have them out of the way in robot mode also, of course, work to have them in jet mode. And as you see, you may want to fold the arms a little bit more, otherwise he just shoots himself in the arm. So let's talk about the man of the hour. Let's talk about Soul Reaper, aka Black Shadow. We got cool line details, cool sculpted details, and a lot of paint on him. We have this head sculpt. Let's see how, see, that's how close I can get. Okay, there's some more. It goes. We got cool silver paint on the fins and on the face itself with some red in the eyes. That all works very nice. And we have a little bit of a evil smirk going in on the face, and the eyes are painted nicely in red. There it is. Looks fine. Looks really good. Works very, very good. Red on the chest with some silver and gold also on the chest, going down to the hips with some more red. There's a little bit of a paint smudge, but that can be scratched off. So that's the only thing I think. Otherwise, it's applied that well. We give it to him. Silver on the antennae here with gunmetal on the arms here, or darker silver. I don't know if that qualifies as gunmetal. And silver on the shins. Silver on the wings, translucent on the red, translucent red on the wings too, not on the red. And on the jet tip canopy, so to speak, we got red on the sides, stripe here, and translucent cockpit that doesn't open up. So more than enough, and some black painted on the turbines back here. So I believe it's more than fair enough, works well. Looks cool. And the same goes for the articulation actually. You see we've got a little bit, he's on the ball joint, so we got all we need. Up, down, attitude. You can do pretty much every angle you want. It's not on an actual attachment or armature in the inner body, even though I first thought so, because we take this down and up. But that's on an armature, that's for transformation, not the head though. The shoulders go up this far, good bit over 90 degrees. The arm itself without that a little less, but you can fake it, goes essentially all around. Bicep swivel on the cut here with the mushroom pack. No double jointed elbow, a single jointed, but if you go until here, this is nicely sculpted, and even with this, yeah, okay, there's a little bit of a gap, but it's okay. And it gets you well over 90 degrees. That's always nice. No exchangeable hands. That's the time where Iron-Factory didn't do that. But we got the swivel on the wrist here. Waist swivel, little limited, left to right. Although, is it limited? I gotta check on that. We're gonna talk about that in the final score. And we got, let me check, let's get that away. Hip skirts come out to the side. Only the side skirts move. The front skirts are no real front skirts, sculpted full piece. Yeah, full side split I would say, and no front split. Leg goes forward good bit. This is due to the armature here in the leg for transformation, and this one here is enough. I would say it's enough. And we got a single jointed knee. Let's see real quick. I want to see what is possible. Yeah, if you use that armature in the leg, it's super ugly, but you can get a little bit more out of there. But it doesn't qualify, if you ask me. So only 90 degrees is okay. Not really a gap. Sculpted through. I think that's more than enough. And the foot got a rocker, a little bit onto the outside, more on the inside, limited though still. It's a ball, so you get a little bit of up, a little bit of down. We got the heel and the front. Of course, it collapses due to transformation. So I think for this little guy, as I always say, legend scale, I think the transformation is great, and you get a fair bang for your buck. I would say so, at least. But let's see how this guy is transformed. Unpack the chest, flip it up over the face. Rock both shoulders down, Rotate both arms 90 degrees to the back. Rotate the legs 180 at the bicep cut times 2. Having rotated the figure, flip down, flip over, leave it for the time being. Collapse both feet so you have the turbine here. The back piece is here, rock outside and you have this armature, and you rock this up and you plug the kneecaps into the back here, having a more coherent jet look. You do that times 2, you just rock it any way you can. So you have something that looks like this. Bring both fins up, adjust the arms as you see fit accordingly, and have the wings plug in with these holes in here. Finally, adjust that whole canopy piece. Bring this up, bring this back, close this down a little bit on that gap here. Bring this over, fold it in, and flip these wings out, and adjust the shoulder pads. And then you're done. And here we got the jet mode, and I think he's super cool. I think he's not even that super suggestive than the other guys, you know? I mean, yeah, you gotta angle the arms as you see fit, so you have the fins here. But otherwise, if you look at that, with the jets on the back here, a little bit of a folded butt below, okay. But otherwise, I think this is a great jet. Point still stands. I think it's a great jet. And yeah, all the details come through nicely. All the translucent red works fine on this guy, really do. The silver comes through on the front, on the back here, the gunmetal here, jet on the back here, like I said, the turbines, more to speak. And you can always adjust it all a little bit better. Can pretty much bend anything you like, any way you like, so it gets as, I don't know, kind of coherent and good as you want it. And I think he looks good. I think he looks good. You can bring that down also, and then you get the legs here, or then also the tires. So he also stands pretty good. Nothing to roll or anything, but I mean, they could have just sculpted it in there, not to have it fold out, you know? So I think he looks cool. I really think he looks cool. But before we forget and before we get to final score, just what I thought about, facts and also some articulation and comparisons. So just real quick, and what I wanted to show before we get to the facts is that with a flight stand, this guy looks amazing. I just put in the smaller clamp of the Storm collectible stand, and it plugs in with the clamp in the hollow spaces between or besides his upper body pretty perfectly. And he holds in there quite nicely. That works amazing. And as you see, with the correct background, I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but this looks super cool. Works amazing. Also, just a quick thing, just so you know, when you bring him back and you have the weapons in from jet mode, you can easily transform him back to bot mode. They will stay in, no problems, getting out of the way nicely. So having him back into bot mode, you already saw my preview pictures. You can do quite some damage with this guy. Like, there's no problem to get him to run, even though the backpack and everything limits him a little bit. You just gotta work a few of the tolerances. Have the one arm a little bit here, the other a little bit here, a little bit to the back. Use that outer ankle rocker, and the fact the feet are pretty plain, and it's a little bit rough to get him to run, but it will actually work if you try and be a little patient. See, with a counterweight that works. So there's that, and also that fighting picture I posted. That's a rough fit. Like you can have him grab down here to the butt and then get that leg out to do the kick. Have him go down a little bit here. Look to this side, grabbing down to the butt, and with this shooting these other sad soul. So again, some posing involved and stretching the tolerances and whatnot. Maybe getting the arm out a little bit more. Like what you always see with me, you gotta have the balance in there. Otherwise it can be complicated. Like there's always some tolerance you gotta play on these guys. See? Just a tad more is all that takes. And then you can kick one to the left and shoot one to the right. So that's nice. Works fairly well. But before we stretch this thing too long, because you know that it's a small figure. Of course, he's an easy weasy tiny toy and he comes down to just 54 grams. He's so cute. And we got 4.5 inches to the top of his head, around 5 to the top of his canopy. But you know what's coming now. We got this all straight up. So here we got his boss, Iron-Factory's Tyrant, one of my favorite figures. What the hell is up with that shoulder pad? That is better. Looks tremendous together. I think he should be bigger than him. But that's what I said, that's the old Iron-Factory scale. But that's not a topic for today. What is more comparisons. So, Daban models KO Unicorn Gundam. So, it's the 1-44 real grade Unicorn Gundam. Styling wise, pretty cool, pretty fitting. You know, you got the fins here, but scale. Anyway, Bandai's real grade Eva 01 that I just finished. So I think that gives you a very fair idea of where this guy lies. Masterpiece is even bigger than this, so there's no real sense in showing you this, guys. Final thought. So that was Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper, not Reaver, as in Raziel, Eidos Interactive. I like him. I like him very much. Like I said, he's a little light on accessories, and I think you can I believe you could tear him apart and only have him with mushroom packs sitting on, who is he, Voss or Kaon? I believe Kaon. I always confuse those. In the rocking chair, so to speak. But anyway, I think what's more interesting to you guys is he good? And he damn sure is. The packaging, I like this packaging more than the newer ones. The newer ones are mostly black, you know? These ones are a little bit personalized for the figures. We got some red here, we got some gunmetal here, and some silver on top with some brushed steel effects, and I like that. I like that very much. Maybe they should get back to this. I enjoy this, and you still got kind of the library feel, you know? I enjoy this. That's cool. Appearance, like I always said the whole time pretty much, the hands just bug me a little bit. They're just big paws, dog paws. I can't tell you anything else, otherwise I think the appearance of this guy and also with the packaging and everything is pretty much top notch. Accessories, like I said, it's light. I think some ripped apart stuff to pack out of, you know, to have only a pin, and then you can pop the leg off and get a ripped on piece on there versus the DJD. Maybe they could have done that as an accessory pack, because getting the legs out from the mushroom pack is not too hard, I believe. I just need to check. I mean, you can just pop those off, you know. You can kind of simulate it. Anyway, some battle damage stuff would have been cool, but those would have been new for Iron Factory, so I don't know how feasible that really is. Materials is perfect. as always, same as the paint applications, no bleed anywhere, everything is applied excellent, really, really excellent. I always enjoy those guys. It's one of my favorite companies. I wish I could write them or something, or I don't know, get samples or stuff. I would love that. I really would love that. Articulation. You always have to say it's a legend figure, so I mean, especially also you get, you know, some attitude here. That's cool. And you get a rocker. He's limited, but it's there. Waist swivel is limited. I always think it's weird when, you know what I mean? It's weird when people say a waist swivel is limited. Turn yourself to the left or the right. That's all we can do. And he can do exactly that. So he's not limited. He's pretty much physically accurate. Yeah. Transformation engineering is insanely fun. You just flip him back and forth and you got the super cool jet, super cool bot. Robot mode is great, only the paws or the hands. Otherwise the proportions are great. The backpack is big, yeah. But I mean, it's a backpack, and if you have him only in Botmode standing, rip it off and you're good. So that's okay, and I think that's pretty much all you need, you know. Alternate mode is cool, not as subjective as on the other guys, like I said. That's a good jet. I like that they did this fold down part to have a little bit of the back closed off, so that's nice. Landing gear even included, so yeah. I really like him. Playability is insane. The price, okay, 40. Original price was 40, and now it's I just checked eBay, was up to 50. 50 for the small guy with only 2 guns and no other accessories is a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was a gift to me. I didn't stress it, but 40 would have been good. 40 at least would have eased the pain a little bit, so to speak. So yeah, I think it's cool, and I'm happy I finally got something for my DJD. I don't know if I will actually transform him and have Voss K on whoever, the rocking chair. Have him shock him, and then maybe Voss K on the small guy with a primal vernacular. Torture him. I always confuse those. I'm sorry, but I like my display now. It's cool. So yeah, only thing that's left is again cat.
Lily cat. What do you say to that, dude? Hmm? Not too well today? Hmm?
Nope. I think she was kind of like, what you're holding me that piece of plastic in my face for? At least it looked like that. So not a big fan, but I can blame her. There's not much on this guy. It is the way. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Let's make it quick. I hope you enjoyed my kind of return. Sunday I will give you a new movie review, something I found while I was at Dan's place. Very happy, just want to start small again, you know. But next week something's coming, something more. I gotta see still how I manage all those things. Things that have been a little bit weak, you know, a little bit weak, but we'll make it work some way or the other. So with this, yeah, I hope you don't sweat up, you know, you don't fall, get any circulatory problems, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the weekend, guys, okay? So see you soon. Be good, be well. Bye-bye.